northmainfinancial.com. That's northmainfinancial.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, and we have co-host Don Smyle.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode, actually episode 46.
I know. We've been doing this a little bit now.
That's crazy. What are we going to do for 50?
Oh, got to do something special.
We got to do something
It'll
fun.
be like what, right after Christmas?
Yeah.
Right around there?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to do something big for like the new year.
It actually will be the very first show of the new year.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
that's going to work out great.
So we're going to have to plan something big.
Yeah.
If you have any
so stay
suggestions,
tuned.
let us know.
Stay tuned. Yeah. Couple weeks. So we have a special guest in the studio today.
We always have special guests.
Always. We love to have so many cool people in Mooresville that we want to bring. So Miss Bethany Sage, owner of the Gingered Farmhouse, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me today.
I bet your store is absolutely gorgeous right now.
This is our season for sure. We're partial to it all the time, of course, but it's cozy in there right now.
Well, I have to come in and see all the cool holiday decor. Well, we're going to talk more with Bethany after our break and second segment. But before we get there, we definitely want to keep our listeners informed and tell them all about the headlines for our In the News segment.
Cue the music, Bill. We can't do In the News without some cool music.
The old thing. So our couple things that I want to make everyone aware of. So we just had our 80th annual Christmas parade in Mooresville.
Wow.
80th annual. That's crazy.
I remember the first one. No, I'm kidding.
Do you?
I'm not that old.
Well, listen, I've only been going for like the last 10 years. But no, it was really good. And you know what they brought back to downtown Mooresville this year?
Oh, wait, let me guess. Christmas lights. I don't know.
Yes, over the street.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I took a guess.
You did. It was kind of, the garland, the hot lights, the decor.
Was that you? Was that your team?
No, it was actually, I think, the Downtown Commission partnership between them and the town.
Okay.
But I know we've been talking about this for years, and it's been really nice to see. It's kind of a throwback because they used to decorate over Main Street. And so now it's back, and people can enjoy that nice throwback for the holidays.
Yeah, it's always the ordinances that get in the way, right?
I know. Those silly ordinances.
Yeah, I know there's safety and all that wonderful stuff, but it is kind of a holiday thing to have lights across the street, you know? And so I've seen some old pictures of that, and so it's nice that they brought that back because it really gives it that feel.
Yeah, it does. And you know, with it being the 80th annual Christmas parade and now this throwback.
Now, are you going to have those for the classic Christmas?
Yeah, it'll be up. It's going to look gorgeous.
Oh, that's cool.
I know. Very excited. Which we'll talk more about Classic Christmas too. And I know the Gingered Farmhouse is going to be open for Classic Christmas. Yep. Yes. So lots of good things, lots of fun things coming up this weekend. But also a couple rankings that I want to talk about. So North Carolina.
And they don't have to do with college football.
They don't.
Okay.
No
good.
sports.
Okay.
Not in my segment. All right. But a couple of rankings. North Carolina was actually just voted best state for manufacturing in 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're the fastest growing suburb, Mooresville. And
right.
Now the state gets an honor too.
That's right. The top 5 states were actually North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky. But we were rated 1 among them. But it was close between North and South Carolina.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting. I know our economic development corporation works really hard to, try to bring those large employers to Mooresville. And I think we're building a new park in the county. And so we're kind of the hub of, manufacturing, but industry in general. So it's nice to see. Although it does bring the extra people, which can be, a point of contention. But
well, the good thing is, and specifically from a town services perspective, the more people that move here, the more tax dollars, the more amenities. We can build parks, we can build facilities, all those things. So it is a trade-off, but there are a lot of pluses to that.
Yeah, it is. Another ranking is that our Iredell Health System skilled nursing facility was actually recognized as best nursing home in 2025 by U.S. News and World Report.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty big one.
We're just rolling in the accolades here.
I know. Healthcare, manufacturing, we're the number 1 fastest growing suburb. We're just killing it over here in Mooresville. then this next story. I wish that I could go back to middle school just for this.
No
Okay,
thanks.
just for this. I know I would sacrifice the being awkward,
Uh,
the horrible hair, the bangs. Oh my gosh, did you have bangs in middle
I
school?
did.
Why
I
did we all have bangs? It was like, but not even good bangs. Like
No.
now, it was just like horrible bangs.
Bowl bangs.
I would sacrifice the bangs to go back to school for this. This sounds
Okay,
awesome.
Okay, I'm waiting
So,
for this.
Mooresville Middle School and Selma Burke Middle School, and Mooresville Graded. So they have launched the first Lego League. Okay, it's called FLL Club, the first Lego League club. Now, you might think, oh, Legos, we just play with Legos. No, they don't. Listen to what they do with Legos. So this is the second year of the program. It's a STEM program. Teams of up to 10 students research, design, and build Lego robots to solve specific missions. They develop innovative solutions and real-world problems and present their findings. And they're going to a competition. They actually earned an alternate spot for a state competition. They build Lego robots.
Well, I will say that Legos, when we were growing up, were just kind of the thing that you played with. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's like a huge thing now. I mean,
It
and
is.
this is an example of it. But Lego competitions, and every show on television or gets a Lego, whatever. I mean, it's crazy what they've done.
Yeah, it is.
They've taken this thing that was just a basic toy, that you played with, and they've made a multi-billion-dollar cool industry out
I
of it.
know. And it's like, it's pure creation too, I mean, you get a set. I mean, I was not a Barbie kid. I was a Lego kid. Like I loved building Lego sets. And it's creative. And I always liked building something different than was on the box too.
Right.
So it's definitely one of those things,
I was a Tonka toy guy.
Oh,
I
okay.
like the big Tonka trucks.
Big dump truck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Because when we were young, we had to play in the dirt. We didn't have at the park. We didn't have these soft gel thingies to step on.
That's right.
We had the wheel of death. The merry-go-round. The seesaws that your friend would jump off of and break your back. I mean, we just dangerous. And how we survived any of that is beyond me.
I know.
Yet here we are.
Drinking out of the water hose, everything. It was just dangerous.
Slip and slides, lawn darts, all the cool.
People still have
stuff.
healing broken bones from back then. And then lastly, I want to bring this up because there have been, I feel like every time I read the news, we're talking about data breaches, and it's kind of scary, but Bojangles has been the latest corporation to disclose a data breach. Do you get the letters in the mail? It's like every day, like, your data, your information has been compromised. So Bojangles the latest that impacted sensitive information, social security numbers, financial information. It was actually earlier this year that it happened. And others, we talked about so many others. I mean, Truist announced, I think it was this year or late last year.
What consumer information are they getting from Bojangles?
Well, so they said a lot of it's employee information, but it is some financial information for customers too. So whatever system they use
So they're
to
going
store
to know
that.
that I order a sausage biscuit pretty much every morning?
Right. And that you pay on your debit card.
Oh, my good.
Yeah. It's scary. But lots of them, I can always tell when my information has been sold because I start getting so many spam calls.
Right.
And I've gotten, like, just this last year, it's increased so much. So, protect your data out there, folks.
Yes.
Think about where you're using your financial
And don't
information.
click on things. I got a story when we get back from break.
No
on that.
links.
Yeah.
Look before you click a link.
Mhm.
All right. We'll be right back with Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News.
There's more Heart Mooresville on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, the fog is the issue for the first part of the day. Watch out for that. Keep it a little slower on the roads through midday. A scattered shower not out of the question. Most of our midday, though, will be gloomy. Temperatures warm into the mid-60s. But we're tracking a lot of rain on the way tonight and some winds. Tonight, overnight, and even into the first part of our Wednesday. Plan on heavy rain and gusty winds. We'll dry it out, but temperatures drop like a rock by Wednesday evening. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Serenity Now Massage Therapy.
Here
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Embrace the magic of the season at a classic Christmas in Mooresville on Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. in the heart of downtown. Traditional holiday activities such as ice skating, horse-drawn wagon rides, Santa visits, food vendors, warm beverages, and carolers are all part of the festivities. A classic Christmas in Mooresville promises a nostalgic and heartwarming experience for the whole family this Friday in downtown. Join the Gingerbread House Workshop this Saturday in downtown Statesville. Fun Christmas activities for kids take place at 10:30 a.m., 11:15, and noon at the Watering Hole on West Broad Street. All supplies are provided and fun for all ages. Registration is required. Visit Gingerbread Workshop for Kids on Facebook for details. The Town of Troutman Jingle Run 5K takes place on Sunday. The race will run through the Town of Troutman starting at the Town Hall. Register at runsignup.com and we will see you Sunday in Troutman for the Jingle Run 5K. Trivia is back at Micaiah's in Mooresville on Tuesday, December 17th. Join me, Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, and Joe Berg, host of the Scoreboard, as we test your trivia knowledge with a fun game and prizes for the winners. Call your friends, form your team, or play solo. We'll see you at Micaiah's in Mooresville on Tuesday, December 17th for trivia with the WSIC on-air crew. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The light show features more than 5 million lights synchronized to music on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. Plus drive-in movies on the gigantic Speedway TV, as well as a festive Christmas village. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Looking good, Mooresville. I mean, you're sitting at that traffic light too. Might as well be looking at something. Heart Mooresville continues now on WSIC.
All right. Welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC. I'm your host, Don Smyle, along with Christine Patterson. And we were talking before the break about data breaches, and I just wanted to come back with this story really quickly. It is interesting how they can mimic things, and this is where you get caught. You have to be very careful. So my wife and I went to the store last week and bought a new dishwasher, and from one of our local big boxers. And so yesterday I get an email from the big box, right, saying, hey, check the order, the details of your order. And I'm looking, and it's my email address, but the order has another person's name, another person's address, and it looks like they've purchased a refrigerator and some other things that they're going to have delivered. Well, if you're not paying attention to something like that, you're immediately going to go, well, they got my order wrong, and I'm going to click on this thing and figure it out, right? And so it took, I know from past experience that's a bad idea. And so I let it sit for a few minutes, and I come back and look at it again. And I'm looking at it, and then I noticed that the dates of delivery were for January of 2024. And that's when I went, okay, this is a spoof. This is a spoof email, right? And you just, quarantine it and, delete it and spam it and block it and all that wonderful stuff. But it is so easy.
Right.
And so I'm thinking to myself, well, it's coming to my home address, my email address, and I just purchased something from the same store.
And it's like they know.
That's kind of scary, right?
It's spooky.
So the lesson in all of this is don't react, think, right? And that's the key is you have to think before you react, because that's where you get in trouble. So just a word to the wise.
And they get you because something similar happened to me. I was searching for stuff at Target on Black Friday. And I didn't buy anything, but then I got an order confirmation come through. And it was like, oh, confirm your order details. But I didn't do it. So they wanted me to click that link. They're sneaky. Got to watch out.
Be careful.
Okay. We have a great guest today. So I want to talk to Bethany.
Transition.
Make sure we hear all about the Ginger Farmhouse. So Bethany, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to own this wonderful business on Broad Street.
Thank you. I started out about 6.5 years ago on Broad Street. I was in a different location first. So we're in our second location going strong. Just so happy to be living out a dream that I was never sure, was going to work out. And here I am 6 years later. So just thrilled to get up every day and do this. This is my busiest time of the season. So it seems like it just flies by. Looking back 6 years ago, I would never have guessed that I would be sitting here today. So I'm just so excited. But I had a personal experience that led me to just stepping, out of a comfort zone and taking a risk. And I've always been creative, always loved decorating. So it really helped knowing that I had that in my as one of my strong suits. But my parents pushed me to, chase after a dream. And I opened up a store. I kind of was gonna go in the event planning direction before, and the storefront just kind of, I don't want to say fell in my lap, because that's not how anything works. But I was led to do that, and it just the people of Mooresville have been unbelievably loyal to me throughout, a pandemic and some economic issues the last few years. It's just every year it may be a little harder each year, but I know that I'm in the right place, and I've never once not
Now,
thought
are you
Mooresville
from
was
Mooresville? Are you
I'm not.
Mooresvillian?
I'm a Salisbury girl,
Okay.
Rowan
Oh,
County.
not too far.
Not too far.
Right.
I came to Mooresville plenty of times growing up. We lived off 150 in the Salisbury area, so we did quite a few shopping trips to Mooresville over the years. But I did tour a couple of different areas. I was living in Concord at the time when I started the store, so I toured a few places. I did tour Salisbury, but something about Mooresville just kept, it just kept bringing me back there. I felt the hometown feel, close knit. I felt like I was going to be supported by the downtown, but I also felt like there was such a huge potential for growth. And that has proven itself over the last few years. I mean, obviously the traffic, and there's some negative points of it that people, always like to bring up, but the events that the downtown puts on, and I know we'll speak on that a little more in a minute, what's coming up this weekend, but just the everything that Mooresville has going for it has just it's only helped me in my business. And
So educate
great.
somebody like me who doesn't know what the gingered farmhouse is. What is the gingered farmhouse?
So we're a vintage inspired home decor and gift store. Sometimes it's hard to explain it because there is so many different aspects to my store. And I mean, obviously I'm partial to it, but I have had a lot of people tell me that they've never been to a store like this.
Oh, it's eclectic then.
Very
Yes.
eclectic. It's a 100% handpicked, curated inventory. I have a lot of items. I order a lot of stuff. I have some local makers. It's very, very unique. There's gift stores in town. There's home decor stores in town. I'm just kind of a mix of the two, and take pride in you coming in and finding something that you would not find anywhere else.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like that.
definitely different.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
somebody, I mean, obviously it's a little easier to shop for, women and things at the store and decorate your home, but there's also so many items that, children like. We have a baby section, we have a wedding section, we have a men's section. I mean, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and we have a football section.
Oh,
Like,
there
it's
you go.
just, I mean,
That's
it's
always a winner.
yeah, there's just so many different things. So I specialize in home decor. I go out and do decorating for other people in their homes, especially seasonal. We have a very heavy seasonal inventory, but there's always something in
So
there
you
that's
go
going to
decorate people's homes
I
for
do.
for the
I
season?
actually have an appointment right after this.
Wow.
I'm still going.
Wow.
My first tree was October 21st this year.
Well,
so.
the great thing about that is,
Wow.
that's always going to come around, right?
Yes,
And so,
yes.
the season's never
it's-
going to go away.
It's come about a little more often. I mean, obviously, fall and Christmas are the two heaviest
Mhm.
seasonal decorating seasons, but I have people have me come out just for everyday home decor, and then I'm also dabbling in weddings and decorating for weddings. I just pretty much planned my sister's entire wedding and decorated
Wow.
for her. We were here in Cornelius for that, and it was the most perfect day. So it's, there's so many different areas of being a small business owner, and
Sure.
I'm experiencing that now. Just trying to excel in every area that I can and grow my business to the extent that I know is possible.
What's
for it.
interesting to me, though, is I've always heard that, when you get into a retail business or any business, you really have to have a focus or a niche.
Mhm.
And it sounds to me like your niche is that you don't have a niche, right? That you kind of have
Yeah,
an eclectic
maybe
mix
just the
of,
uniqueness.
Right.
I do feel like my hands-on. I mean, I'm 6.5 years in, and I still work almost every day.
Right.
I am very hands-on, very in the picture. I mean, I don't give a lot of, which is also sometimes a hard part for me, but I
Sure.
don't give up very much responsibility because it is my baby, and I've grown it from the bottom up. So I take a lot of pride in that. And I've also, I've gotten a lot of friends out of this business, that customers that have become friends because
Sure.
they, come in and I'm there to talk to, and we just build a relationship, and that's been a big joy of this. But I do feel like as a small business owner, you have to be the face of your business. And the niche, I think, is just creating a space that people feel comfortable in and can't leave without something. Like
There's the
I
key.
think that's my
Yeah.
that might be my niche.
Yeah.
Just unique and handpicked. Everything in there has to go through me. And that part, I take a lot of pride in that. That people say I have a good eye, but I want it all to fit in. I don't want you to walk from one section to the next and there be any gap in just how that place makes you feel.
So how are you curating the things that you put in your store?
I order a lot of things.
Mhm.
I spend hours on, they've made it a little easier for you to be able to shop wholesale online, I
Mhm.
guess, through an online marketplace. We still visit the market in Atlanta a couple times a year and look at all the showrooms and stuff there. But it's hours and hours of just searching through product. I take inspiration from other business owners. I mean, social media is awesome now, where you can see other stores and you can follow them and look at pictures and, learn to know of other people that way. All of my cheap stuff I order from small businesses in Kansas City.
Mhm.
We have a Mooresville line of candles that we sell. We have a jewelry maker that creates jewelry. I don't have a booth setting in my store because I like to pick everything out and display it myself. But I really know the importance of supporting local and having the local items in there, the things that speak to your customer base. We have a lake section for, all our lake people. So just things that, are going to follow people through their life.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really appreciate about your store is that, believe it or not, it's really hard to find gifts that are local themed.
Mhm.
We don't really have like a Mooresville gift shop or a Lake Norman gift shop.
Right.
So it's really hard to find those things,
Right.
for your house or for a gift. And you have those.
Yeah.
It's one of the rare locations that
Yeah.
do. So I always really appreciate that. And come there for gifts
Awesome.
for people when
Yeah.
they,
Yeah,
need a local theme.
We try to have plenty of that stuff. There are times of the year where, I feel like I could add a little more to it. So I always take feedback from people, and if I hear somebody say they want Lake Norman ornaments, we're going to get Lake Norman ornaments. And we did this year. We actually have a Mooresville and a Lake Norman custom ornament. And those have done very well. So I appreciate that you keep me on
Yes.
your radar for gifts.
We do, absolutely. Okay, well, we're talking to Bethany from the Gingered Farmhouse. We're going to talk more and talk about classic Christmas and what you have going on there. We'll be right back after the break with I Heart Mooresville.
Stay in the know with all things Mooresville. I Heart Mooresville continues next on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, the fog is the issue for the first part of the day. Watch out for that. Keep it a little slower on the roads through midday. A scattered shower not out of the question. Most of our midday will be gloomy. Temperatures warm into the mid-60s. But we're tracking a lot of rain on the way tonight and some wind. Tonight, overnight, and even into the first part of our Wednesday. Plan on heavy rain and gusty winds. We'll dry it out, but temperatures drop like a rock by Wednesday evening. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Harrison's is the home of Work, Western, and Wow! We're the Southeast leader in Carhartt, and nobody has more in-stock work boots. The store is filled with Ariat, Cinch, Wrangler, and more. Get great clothing and footwear for the whole family at Harrison's. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
New lunch specials now available at Mooresville's best Italian spot, Pomodoro's. Open Tuesday through Sunday and ready to serve you the best Italian this side of the motherland. View the mouth-watering menu at pomodoros.com.
Folks, here at Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, we have got the brand new 2025 Chevrolet Traverse in stock, all redesigned from front to back, top to bottom, inside and out. Come see them today. We have got a great selection of these new Traverses ready for you to take home. And also, we got great discounts on our Silverado trucks. We got the regular cab, crew cab, double cabs, discounted up to $9,000 off. Great selection, Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, right on I-40.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
24/7 worldwide, non-stop.
WSIC.
Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. There seems to be a lot of optimism when it comes to household finances. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says that the number of American consumers who expect to be at least somewhat better off next year is at the highest level since early 2020. Consumers are also upbeat about the performance of the stock market next year. Embattled plane maker Boeing is reportedly building new 737 MAX jets. Production of the best-selling plane had been stopped since a strike by 33,000 machinists. Your morning cup of coffee is likely to be getting more expensive. Worries over inventory has sent coffee prices to a record high in New York. Futures for Arabica beans, which are favored by specialty brewers, has risen 80% just this year. The main reason has been crop setbacks in key growing regions such as Brazil. Global ad sales got a huge boost this year from digital platforms. The ad buyer Group M projects that by year's end, sales will be up more than 9% and will be topping $1 trillion. I'm Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
I heart Mooresville. Ooh, we should put that on a t-shirt. Sorry, New York. 105.9, 100.7, WSIC. Local starts here.
And we're back with I Heart Mooresville, talking with Bethany, owner of the Gingered Farmhouse. So we talked a little bit about what people can expect when they go into your store, what kind of items you have, how do you source them, and we talked a little bit about, downtown. And I think downtown Mooresville is unique because we have all these great shops, but also, a nightlife and these great events that happen downtown. One of those events that are coming up is a classic Christmas in Mooresville this Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. Now, it takes over downtown. So we're talking Broad Street, Main Street, Liberty Park, all the areas of downtown. We have a carousel, ice skating, horse and wagon rides, which actually pick up over near your store, right?
Yes.
So we've got lots of things, crafters, and I heard on high authority that it will snow at 5:30 p.m.
Well, I, for one, appreciate snow.
We got a little bit too.
Yeah, and we did. But I'm a fan of like 5 feet of it or nothing. Right? Because the in-between is where it gets nasty.
Yeah.
Right? And then it gets slushy, and then it turns to ice, and then it's just
as
a mess.
long as it's not slushy,
So you get like a half an inch, it's pretty, and then it's gone by noon, or whatever.
We
or you
got
get
that
5
fluffy
feet and then you
though.
get to enjoy it. Then you get to go out and play in it.
Yes.
Right. Then the kid in you comes out. Right. But everything in between
Yeah.
is just a mess.
Well, this is definitely going to be fluffy, flakes. People are going to enjoy it.
This
So
is
it's very,
magic snow.
it's magic snow.
Okay.
My warning of last year is don't eat it because it does taste a little like soap. So
We did
I
hear
made that
quite
mistake.
a few people last year say how magical it was.
Yeah.
Every year it's gotten bigger and better, and I know the 150th anniversary had a lot to do with that one year, and we've just heard that it's gotten better and better every year. We're always so busy down out on Broad Street that we don't see it all. The horse wagon
Yeah.
rides come right down in front of the store, so that's really cool to see. But I heard the snow was amazing last year. So.
I know. I hope we can expand the area one day so we can make it all over downtown.
Well, the 150 was unique because we did kind of put Classic Christmas on steroids, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
and it resulted in significantly more people coming because it was the 150 year and because of all the things were going on. And I think now, because of that, Classic Christmas, even though it was still an institution and people came, I think it's even more so now. I
Yeah.
think it's only going to continue to get bigger and better because more people found out about it last year or attended last year, and they're expecting now to come downtown and have that same experience.
Yeah.
And so, no pressure, Christine.
No pressure. No, I do. I think you're right. I think, it definitely had a larger reach because of the 150th, and we were able to kind of broaden that audience and reach out. Even, people are coming from other communities. People
Yeah.
are coming, for some of our events, other states. So we definitely have expanded our audience, and that's nice to see because we want to get them downtown and we want to get them to experience the Gingered Farmhouse and, all of the great assets that we have in Mooresville. So I think it'll be great. But, with that, being said, like, how do the events affect you? I mean, do you get obviously more traffic?
Yes.
But what does that look like?
They're very helpful for us. We put a lot of effort into making, something special about them, whether, quite a few of them are considered sip and shops. So we have refreshments and sips while you shop, and we usually involve some sort of discount and giveaway, raffles, that kind of stuff. We, of course, host our own events throughout the year, but we really rely on the events of the downtown commission and, all of the different things that are planned for us to experience. People that might not normally make it over to our side of town, it's not that far mileage wise, but sometimes it can take you 45 minutes to get from one side to the other. So some people that might not make it down there as often definitely come for these events and see the stores that have been there, for years, and see all the new stores that are popping up. We have a couple new ones and a couple new ones on the way. So it's nice to get everybody in one place. And I can't express enough the importance of shopping local, especially through the holiday season, but all the time. I mean, the last few years have hurt a lot of small businesses. So the importance of shopping local is just more important now than ever.
Well, if you haven't seen, I know the town. Obviously, we work for the town, so we know these things. But they're really making an effort to make downtown more accessible. There's going to be a parking garage, and there's pedestrian-only areas that are now coming online. And on Broad Street, specifically, John Franklin Moore Park is really going to be kind of a lead-in to Moore Park, and so there's this effort to create more pedestrian-friendly areas where people can walk from downtown to the park or from the park to downtown, and it really becomes one centralized area. And I know that will certainly help foot traffic for the local businesses. Now, the inconvenience of the construction and the things that will go on will be minimal compared to the advantage once that's done.
Right.
And as a small business owner, how do you feel about what the town is doing to make those improvements?
I am excited about that. It is scary sometimes to look at other towns that have done like the streetscapes and stuff, and how it does the construction does kind of put a halt on things for a little while. And so from what I have seen, the plans are kind of moving things a little faster, I guess, than some of those other towns have had to go through before. I of course would worry about the sidewalk and things like that, but we have there's so much to offer in downtown Mooresville with the shops, the restaurants, the bars and the nightlife kind of stuff. So it's just there's no reason why it shouldn't be a destination place.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I heard that you might have free hot chocolate this Friday.
Yes,
Did I hear right?
We do a hot cocoa bar. We flew through some hot cocoa last year.
A
We
bar.
kept it outside, and so we might have to move it inside this time because it was getting a little crazy. Just how much hot chocolate we were going through.
I can imagine.
And if I have it inside, that makes you walk in and look around, and I have my tricks. I have my tricks, but and we may be offering a discount off purchase.
Nice.
Christmas sales this weekend. It's getting close. So
Tell them they have to say, I heard it on Heart Mooresville.
I was going to say,
and then they get a discount.
Shout out that you heard me on this, and maybe I'll really hook you up.
Yeah, an extra discount.
Yes.
I love that. Well, we'll make sure to tell people on stage. We're going to have announcements all night, making sure our MC, directs people to the businesses and all the fun things that we have going on. But, we hope for... It's going to be a little bit chilly, but we hope for good weather. We'll get all this rain out of the way before Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no rain on Friday.
No.
So you're good.
There's no other. You can't have classic Christmas and it not be chilly outside.
No, it has to be.
That's right.
You have to bundle up. That's what
Right.
it's about.
That's what
right?
the hot cocoa's for.
Right.
That's what you go and you get a cup, you get some coffee, and then you enjoy the
Now,
wonderful
Christine, all the children across the land of Mooresville want to know: will Santa be there?
Ooh, well, I have my connections, but with the North Pole. But yes, Santa will be there.
Okay.
He will be there. He will be located inside the Charles Mack Citizen Center in the Moore Room with his elves and his helpers. He's got like a security team.
Yes.
But he'll be in there. Yeah.
Well, if you've seen Red One, you know.
Yeah.
Right? And so they found him. He's safe, and he's going to have a security detail. The Rock will be there.
Yeah.
Taking care of him. But in the Moore Room is the one right on Main Street, right?
Yes.
And so you'll have the windows will be open. You can see in there, so you will know where the big jolly guy is.
That's right. You're going to see him through the windows.
Yes.
And there's lots of other fun things in there too. You can make holiday crafts. I think Parks and Recreation Community Outreach Team will be there.
Yes, Stephanie and her team will be there doing some magical crafts.
Yes, they'll have lots of choices, and then of course down in Liberty Park we'll have all the rides. It's kind of like the family fun zone area. So you have your ice skating and your train rides and your carousel, and we actually have something called Snowzilla this year. It's kind of like sleigh riding. It's like this big slide, and you kind of you go down it. So it's like gives the feel of sleigh riding, which I love. So you'll get the opportunity to ice skate and sleigh ride, and you'll have snow. I mean, what better winter celebration?
And I know your team is always about the details. So where can they go to see all of these things and the maps and the wonderful where everything's going to be, and where are all the details located?
Yes,
Christine, tell us.
You can go to mooresvilleevents.com. You can print a event map, which Gingered Farmhouse will be listed. All the businesses that are open will be listed on there, so you can make sure to walk down and shop, and then of course where all the activities are. Parking, we are offering a free shuttle for this event, so don't worry about parking. I know parking can get filled up quickly downtown, especially during events, but we have a free shuttle that will be loading at 750 West Iredell Avenue. That's the One Mooresville Center building.
Mooresville Center, yes, the old police station, which
Right.
is now our home for many of the departments in the town, including Parks and Recreation and the Arts and Events team.
That's right. And we want to make sure that, our event is accessible as possible and that everyone that wants to come can get there. So the shuttle is actually accessible. And most of our activities are accessible. So we want to make sure that everyone can come. So don't worry about, if you do need an accessible shuttle to get there, we have one for you.
Excellent. Well, I, for one, know that your team does an amazing job, and everybody who comes down there will have a great time. So,
yeah, I hope so. Well, that's the goal, right?
all right. Well, we will be back here on Heart Mooresville and WSIC. Stay tuned.
Well, the fog is the issue for the first part of the day. Watch out for that. Keep it a little slower on the roads through midday. A scattered shower not out of the question. Most of our midday, there will be gloomy. Temperatures warm into the mid-60s. But we're tracking a lot of rain on the way tonight and some winds. Tonight, overnight, and even into the first part of our Wednesday. Plan on heavy rain and gusty winds. We'll dry it out, but temperatures drop like a rock by Wednesday evening. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Embrace the magic of the season at a classic Christmas in Mooresville on Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. in the heart of downtown. Traditional holiday activities such as ice skating, horse-drawn wagon rides, Santa visits, food vendors, warm beverages, and carolers are all part of the festivities. A classic Christmas in Mooresville promises a nostalgic and heartwarming experience for the whole family this Friday in downtown. Join the Gingerbread House Workshop this Saturday in downtown Statesville. Fun Christmas activities for kids take place at 10:30 a.m., 11:15, and noon at the Watering Hole on West Broad Street. All supplies are provided and fun for all ages. Registration is required. Visit Gingerbread Workshop for Kids on Facebook for details. The Town of Troutman Jingle Run 5K takes place on Sunday. The race will run through the Town of Troutman starting at the Town Hall. Register at runsignup.com and we will see you Sunday in Troutman for the Jingle Run 5K. Trivia is back at Micaiah's in Mooresville on Tuesday, December 17th. Join me, Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, and Joe Berg, host of the Scoreboard, as we test your trivia knowledge with a fun game and prizes for the winners. Call your friends, form your team, or play solo. We'll see you at Micaiah's in Mooresville on Tuesday, December 17th for trivia with the WSIC on-air crew. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The light show features more than 5 million lights synchronized to music on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. Plus drive-in movies on the gigantic Speedway TV, as well as a festive Christmas village. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Mooresville, how we feeling? Good. Welcome back to iHeart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, welcome back to this exciting edition of iHeart Mooresville here on WSIC. I'm your host, Don Smyle, along with Christine Patterson, and we're speaking with Bethany from the Gingered Farmhouse. And so, Ginger, tell us, where can people learn all about you? What are your socials? And then what events do you have coming up?
So we are on Facebook and Instagram. It's just the Gingered Farmhouse on both of those. We have a website and we ship across the country. So we'd love for you to check us out there. We have a few events left coming up this year. We are open every day until Christmas Day. So we even open on Christmas Eve. Yes,
You're
7 days a week.
Wow.
Usually closed on Mondays, but throughout November and December, 7 days a week. We'll be there until about 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So we're here for you. And then we will be open late Thursday night for the second Thursdays in downtown Mooresville. Friday for Classic Christmas, next Friday for a sip and shop from 6 to 8 p.m. And then we actually have Santa and Mrs. Claus visiting us this Sunday, the 15th, from 1 to 3. It's free to take your picture with him, and we provide like coloring books for the kids and a cookie and hot cocoa, of course, for you to enjoy while you're there. So this Sunday from 1 to 3.
So if you don't get a
Mrs.
chance
Claus.
to get with Santa at the Classic Christmas event on Friday, then Sunday, the Jolly Red One will be hanging out at the Gingered Farmhouse. So go check him out.
That's right. Lots of opportunities.
So, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going
Thanks
to
for
have to
having
stop
me.
by and check out your place because, again, I've walked past there probably 100 times, but I've never gone in. Now I know somebody.
Now you do.
I know people.
Yes, you do.
So, and when we leave here today, we have a holiday Christmas party at the office, and there is a chili cook-off happening.
That's right.
And I am a big chili fan.
Yeah, we get a little competitive
I
in the
love-
office.
There are, I think, 8 or 9 big crock pots
Yeah.
full of chili sitting in the break room that I cannot wait to get into
Yeah.
and check them out.
Somebody's making, I heard some like crawfish cornbread to go with it too, like a Louisiana thing. So I'm very, very
This is almost like Thanksgiving Day, man. I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of people just falling asleep at their desks.
Yes.
after this. So, all right. Well, let's talk about some things going on in the world of parks and recreation. We have some improvement projects and maintenance projects that are going on, and I just kind of wanted to let people know of this. The Bellingham Park dugout covers are going to be replaced over the winter. So the ones at Bellingham Park baseball fields are going to be replaced. There should be no impact to the public while this is being done, but the result is brand new dugout covers. It's a very popular park, and a lot of activities happen there on those fields, so good thing to see. Also at Bellingham Park, the Greenway park entrance located at River Birch Circle is closed while the construction goes on the Greenway, and we apologize for the inconvenience, but it's important. The estimated completion date is spring of 2025, where the trail will reopen and access to the park will once again be available. But we ask you to stay off of that in the meantime because it is dangerous. It is a construction area, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. Also at Bellingham, in spring of 2025, the playground will be renovated. The new and improved playground will be fully ADA compliant and have lots of new little amenities. So check out our webpage and our Facebook page to keep up to date on all of those things. So, and then let's see some general things going on. There is construction at Cornelius Road Park, and people ask, why do we do these things at the same time? Generally, we try to do these things in the winter so that we don't affect people's enjoyment of the park during, the traditional spring and summer months. So we try to schedule those around winter time. But portions of Cornelius Road Park will be closed to the public while a contractor works on improvements. And we will make you aware of which of those amenities are closed if you follow our Facebook page and our webpage. So MooresvilleRecreation.org or Mooresville Parks and Recreation on our Facebook page. And then, we have a certified arborist that works for the town of Mooresville Parks and Recreation
I found
Department.
that out because of your crossword puzzles.
Yes. So big shout out to Joel, who is our arborist. But the team will be working hard over the winter with some tree planting, tree trimming, and just keeping the green spaces healthy and beautiful. So we want to give a big shout out to our Park Services team because they work, whether it's cold or rain, they're kind of like the mail people. They're out there every day, right? And so we appreciate everything that they do. Jim and his team are amazing people, and they don't get enough credit. So we appreciate everything that they do.
Absolutely. And they'll be helping with Classic Christmas, so we are always appreciative.
Yeah.
Couple other things coming up. Obviously, Classic Christmas this Friday, 5 to 9, downtown Mooresville. But also, we have indoor concert series, the Our Town Stage entertainment series that is going on, started in November and kicked off. That'll be the next event will be January 17th. We're bringing Smokey Robinson's The Miracles to the Joe V. Knox Auditorium at Charles Mack. We also have February 14th and 15th, the Murder Mystery Dinner Theater.
That's a very popular series.
Yes, sells out very quick, so get your tickets on MooresvilleEvents.com.
And this is 2 nights now.
Two nights. We had to expand it because it sold out in a week.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a great problem. So we want to make sure everybody gets to attend that wants to, though. So we offered a whole nother night, another 300 plus tickets available. So get your tickets before they sell out. And then we'll end the series with a Dolly Parton tribute in April. And I think that's going to be my favorite event of the season.
Yeah, I just saw that Dolly actually put out a casting call for somebody to play her on Broadway. Right?
Really?
Yeah, apparently they're going to do some kind of Broadway thing. And she's like, hey, y'all, I need to find somebody to play me. So why don't you,
I love that.
So she's,
I'll play her. I'll put on a blonde wig and play her.
I was about to say, I'm not sure there's anybody that could play her.
I know, not like her.
We actually have a Dolly section in the store.
Oh my
we
gosh.
love Dolly.
I have to come.
Yes, we love Dolly.
So 2 people come to mind, and they're both alumni of the whatever show it was. But Kelly Pickler.
Yes.
Kelly Pickler could play a young Dolly, right?
Yeah.
And who's the woman who won the first?
I don't know.
And she's now a country music superstar. Come on, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
I feel like Kelly could do it too.
Yeah,
if she put a wig on.
Dolly. Yeah. No, Reba McEntire's her mother.
Yeah,
was her mother.
Was her mother?
I was thinking about that, but yes, no, she would do good too.
But Kelly can sing.
Kelly's got the voice and everything.
Yeah, and she's got that down home country y'all thing.
Not too fast.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Okay. Couple other things. So obviously, I want everyone to come to Classic Christmas on Friday. But if you just don't get your Christmas fill Friday and you just need more Christmas activities, Mooresville is lucky to be located near many Christmas activities in the area, Charlotte and beyond. So I just want to point out a couple of those. Tanglewood Festival of Lights, which is in Clemens. That's happening until January 1st. The Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I drive by it every
my
day
gosh.
to
They
and
do-
from work.
it's amazing.
It's crazy.
That's going on until January 5th. That's, 100-foot slide, a carousel, Santa, lots of activities there. The Carolina Holiday Spectacular Ballantine. I mean, beautiful. So lots going on. There's also the Christmas Wonderland Lights of Zootastic, which is also going on until January
Does
1st.
McAdenville still do their thing?
Oh, yeah. That's on here. Christmastown, USA,
Yeah?
McAdenville.
Okay.
Going on until December 26th. Light the Nights at Truist Field. They've got snow tubing.
And that's downtown, right?
That's downtown Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah.
That's going on until January 3rd. They've got ice skating, snow tubing. They have over 10,000 sparkling lights. Winterfest at Carowinds. Of course, you can always get tickets. They do that until January 4th. Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden. They do holiday things till the 29th of December. Lots going on. So, you can't have enough Christmas around this area.
No excuse not to get your winter on.
That's right.
Get your Christmas on. So, all right, a couple other things that I want to talk about from a programming perspective. So this time of year, obviously, people are enjoying all of the food and the sweets and everything. But if you want to stay in shape, we have some opportunities. So we have step aerobics. And that happens at the Selma Burke Recreation Center on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we can always provide a convenient time for you.
Have we made it 80s themed yet?
We have not.
Because we need to.
We need to.
Because I
With
would
the
go to
leg
that.
warmers, the whole thing, right?
Yes.
So Selma Burke Recreation Center, you can call the center directly, or you can go to mooresvillerecreation.org and click on the recreation events tab there at the top, and you can see all the times and times and dates for that. We also have Tennis with Abe, which is a tennis program, even during the winter months. So you can get outside and get a little activity. And then we also have the opportunity for the moms to go shopping and entrust their children to us. So it's called Mom's Morning Out. And you can drop off your preschooler while you complete your to-do list, run errands, spend time relaxing. This happens at the War Memorial Recreation Center on Mondays from 10 to 1 p.m., 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it's a good opportunity for you to drop your children off and go get your shopping, get your errands done.
I need a mom's morning out. That's what I need.
And then one more program I want to mention, which is Little Hands, Tiny Feet. I love tiny humans. That's what I
Yeah.
call them, tiny humans.
I love mine.
Just,
Yeah.
when they're about 2 feet tall, and they're just kind of waddling around, little tiny humans. But anyway, Little Hands, Tiny Feet, is a theme-based activities for drawing, painting, coloring, crafting, all the crafty things that kids will get to do. It's at War Memorial Recreation Center, Wednesdays and Fridays. Again, visit mooresvillerecreation.org to learn about all these programs and to register. And I say every week, it's impossible to tell you in any length of time all the things that are going on in Parks and Recreation, all the programs, all the athletic activities, everything that's happening. So please go to mooresvillerecreation.org and follow us on our social accounts, Facebook and Instagram, because that's where you'll keep up with all the details, and you will learn so much you don't know
And
about.
you will put out a guide too.
We do. We just put out our winter spring seasonal catalog, which is available as a downloadable PDF on the homepage of our website. And you can also pick up a hard copy at any of our recreational facilities or at the One Mooresville desk, and say
Nice.
hello to Debbie, who's retiring
Yes, our
after
longtime
25
Debbie.
years. So
That's crazy.
Big shout out to Debbie Wyatt for being the face of Parks and Recreation for 25 years. We love you,
Yeah.
Debbie.
Yes, we do. We're going to miss you. Well, come down this Friday, Classic Christmas. You heard it here. The Gingered Farmhouse is going to be open. Make sure you stop in and get some free hot cocoa and maybe a discount or two on some cool stuff. But yes, join us 5 to 9, and we will see you there. Have a great week.
See you next week.
Serving you better than ever before. 105.9, 100.7. WSIC, Statesville, Mooresville, North Charlotte.